When did you join Singerly?
1958.
1958. Okay. What made you decide to join Singerly?
Basically, family members already in Singerly Fire Department. Actually, a follow through for cousins and people that were already serving in the fire company.
Okay. And who was chief?
Edgar Slaughter.
Slaughter.
Oh, excuse me, no, it was H. Ernest Foster when I first joined. Deputy Chief.
Okay. And how long did you hold that for?
At least 5, 6 years.
And do you remember what years?
Yeah, hold on here. 1976, and I held it longer than that, 1983.
And then numerous other offices below that. How about any? What is your most memorable moment in the department? Do you have the most memorable time?
I think the 100th year anniversary, I was parade chairman doing that, co-chairman, parade co-chairman. And it turned out, that day just turned out perfect. We couldn't have had a better weather. We just had, you know, and we prepared for that over 6 months or more to get that to where it was. Okay. It's probably the largest parade Elkton ever seen.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. What was the biggest change during your years with Singerly that you saw?
Well, I think in 1958 when we came in, we were very inadequately trained, and there was a starting of the younger members. There's 22 members that came in with us. Mm-hmm. Out of the 22, I think there's less than 5 now that I can remember, okay? And basically we started going out and getting trained. The first course was in back in 1959. The first basic course for the University of Maryland was given here. Out of the 22, I think there was 20 members in that class.
Okay.
Okay. And then we progressed forward. And I'm one of the people who have never stopped since I've been in the fire school. This is all the training that I've had.
Okay. What did they use as a criteria for chief then?
At that time, it was just, if you had some kind of experience like Bainbridge, or you had, Bainbridge was paid, or you came out of the Navy or come out of the Armed Forces and had training in that, you were subject to be looked at, okay? As it progressed along, this stuff was passed on by the ones there. And then one of the fields I went into was hazardous materials, because we didn't really have a great deal of knowledge in hazardous materials. And Mike Dixon was one of the ones that we started, had some incidents, and I ended up having the first hazmat team at the county.
Were you involved with the, one of your largest calls, I'm sure, was the training incident?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Were you in emergency management then, as far as hazmat's concerned, or you?
No. That was way before. That was back in October, Halloween. Never forget it. And the train derailed, and I became a pump operator, which I was not a pump operator. I was a young member, and Randy Higg had to leave to go to work, so they called me. I don't know, maybe I was outstanding. I doubt it. And said, I want you to look at these gauges if they go down, because we had a pump relay going on.
Right.
So the biggest part of that far, I was not too far away from the major scene pumping a truck, which I'd never done before. Right. So that was a great experience. And that's one of the other things that led to me in hazardous materials was the train derailment. In fact, there's been, I think there were 9 total that I've been to in Cecil County, in our call. Now 2 of them were emergency management, the other ones were in fire service. So I have a quite extensive background in some of the materials. You know, one of the examples was I was at apparatus committee. Well, we went after a rescue truck. We don't need a rescue truck. Man, I never had that was one of my worst things that I ever got into in my life. But you know, the first night we had it in service and had all the equipment, most equipment was donated.
Right.
Right? We used every goddamn tool in it. We had a severe accident down at Elkton. And I wrote a report up along with the officer that was involved, and we submitted to the board of directors. We don't need a rescue. The little kid would have never got out of the truck if we didn't have the rescue truck.
Right, you know.
And some of these things that we fight for and go through, it's the same thing that back when I first started. They didn't want to, nobody, the seniors did not want to hear about a blitz line. We even had the university up here, Pierre LeBron. We had other people come up. We had a demonstration one night of 2.5 versus inch and a half line. Still not believe us. It was obvious. I mean, it was so obvious of the difference between the two lines. Now, we had a young chief named Gary Hill. He's the one that made me the first safety officer. We pulled 7 deuce and a halves that year. 7 deuce and a halves. Hadn't been done for years.
It was already melted.
All the inch and a half line, inch and 3/4 line, they're the greatest. Bullshit. This is really old. First night my wife and I had Christmas together, I was on Main Street, big building.
Okay.
That was Sam Harris's bargain store. That was really something. If you notice in the picture here, you'll see 2.5 inch lines going. Right. I always liked that. So yeah, I always thought that was great. And here's me as a young firefighter at a firefighter. And as you go through here, this is the main one here. This train derailment was really something. And if you got back into my studies the way it was and see what the potential was there, we had 2 carbon disulfide cars right next to the 6 or 7 LPs that went off. Very, very dangerous situation.
Okay.
So that was something else. That was actually the initial part where it went off.
Right. How about the? You weren't around for the airplane crash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've done all of it. Here's the multi-line. Here's the carbon disulfide cars.
Right.
We had 2 of them. The rest of them were the LPs right up to it. And that one line, they say, probably saved the whole damn train with the carbon disulfide.
I'm surprised it didn't do a bloody on that.
Yeah. Oh, it did bloody.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, this picture here was the bloody when it went off.
Oh, okay, okay.
Guys did put one of them
Craters.
Yeah. First bomb scare in the county. Bride and son.
Well, of course.
Now here's how they used to come out with their car with the unit engineers. You had everything in here.
Right.
Board carnival committee was always dates and a list of the directors in their office. I remember Secretary Larry Storke. That was back in '67. So, but here was the crew here. Clark Cornett, you'll see him today.
Right.
And Bill Denver, who has passed, John's dad, and Chief Slaughter. That was around for a long time there. We lost a girl in this trailer fire day. When we went out on a fire, we only had 500 gallons of water and 800 or 750 gallons behind it. That's all we carried at that time. 2 engines, that was it. That made a difference.
What, did you have a lot?